I thought our marriage was perfect until I saw him. My husband, the man I trusted with my life, was with his ex, and the moment I realized what was happening, my heart stopped. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe, and I knew everything I believed in had just shattered. It all started on a cold Tuesday evening in New York City. I had just returned from work, exhausted and eager to relax. My husband, Daniel, had promised me he'd be home early tonight, but there was a strange tension in the air the moment I entered the apartment. The lights were dim, the faint scent of perfume lingered. Not mine. I shrugged it off at first, convincing myself I was overthinking. After all, we had been married for 5 years. Daniel was my best friend, my partner, the man I thought would never hurt me. I headed to the kitchen to grab a glass of water when I heard it. Laughter. Soft, familiar laughter. I froze. It was her. My heart pounded. My hands trembled. I crept towards the living room, and there he was. Daniel, sitting on the sofa, smiling at her. Her, Olivia, his ex, my husband's ex-girlfriend. It felt like time slowed down. My mind refused to believe what it was seeing. This can't be real, I whispered under my breath. But it was. Every smile, every laugh, every look they shared burned into me like fire. Memories flashed in my mind. All those times I trusted him. All the promises, all the forever talks. How could he betray me like this? And why now? I backed away silently, barely daring to breathe. My phone in my hand felt like a lifeline, but I didn't know who to call. My best friend? My sister? Or confront him directly? The thought of facing him while he was with her made me nauseous. I remembered the small arguments we had over nothing, late dinners, missed calls, tiny misunderstandings. At the time, they seemed trivial, but now, looking back, maybe they were signs. Little cracks in the foundation. The message on Daniel's phone made my blood run cold. It wasn't just a simple hello. It was a plan, a secret I wasn't supposed to see. And in that moment, I realized the man I married had been hiding far more than I ever imagined. The next morning, my mind was a storm of anger, betrayal, and fear. I couldn't stop thinking about the message I saw on Daniel's phone. Olivia had written something that made it clear. She wasn't just visiting. She wanted something, and it involved Daniel. I stayed in the bedroom, pretending to be asleep when he came in. He didn't notice the tear-streaked face or the red eyes. I could see it in him, though, a flicker of guilt quickly masked by his usual calm. "Morning," he said casually. My voice caught in my throat and I just nodded. I had to act normal until I could figure out my next move, but every instinct screamed at me to confront him, to demand the truth. Instead, I waited. Later that day, I found myself in the kitchen, nervously stirring my coffee when my phone buzzed. Another message, this time from Olivia, but not intended for me. It read, "He's more than willing. Are you sure you want to go through with this tonight?" I dropped the cup. The coffee spilled, but I didn't care. My hands shook as I reread it. My husband was planning something with his ex, something behind my back. Panic rose in my chest, but so did resolve. I couldn't let this continue. I needed answers, and I needed them now. I decided I would confront him tonight no matter what. Evening came, the apartment dimly lit. Daniel walked in, smiling, unaware of the storm brewing inside me. I met his gaze, and the air crackled with tension. "Daniel, we need to talk," I said, my voice trembling but firm. He froze. The smile vanished. "What is it?" I could see the fear in his eyes. He knew the message had been discovered. "About Olivia and everything you've been hiding." He sighed, rubbing the back of his neck. "It's not what you think," he muttered, but I didn't believe him. Not anymore. What is it then? Why is she here? Why are you talking to her in secret? He hesitated, then finally confessed. It's complicated. I never meant for you to find out like this. My heart sank. Complicated? I had the proof in my hands. Every hidden message, every secret meeting, every lie he had told. It was all there. And I knew, when I confronted him tonight, nothing would ever be the same again. What happened next would change my life forever. That night, the apartment felt smaller, suffocating. I waited in the living room, heart racing, holding the phone with all the evidence I had discovered. Daniel walked in, tired, but unaware of what I knew. "Daniel, sit down," I said firmly, my voice trembling with controlled rage. He looked at me, confused. "What's wrong?" I took a deep breath. "Don't lie. I know everything. Every message, every secret meeting, every lie he had told. It was all there." For a moment, he didn't speak. Then slowly he sank into the sofa. His eyes were clouded with guilt, fear, and regret. I never wanted you to find out like this," he whispered. I felt my hands shake, but I forced myself to remain calm. "You weren't just hiding things. This isn't just emotional. You've been planning something behind my back. How long, Daniel?" He swallowed hard. "Months. It started before we even got married. I never loved her. Not like I love you, but I got caught up in something I couldn't stop." My chest tightened. "You think excuses matter? You've broken every promise, every trust." Then the doorbell rang. My heart skipped a beat. It was Olivia. She was standing there, smiling as if she owned the place. Daniel froze. I didn't know she would come." I stepped forward, holding the phone like a weapon. "I'm done with lies. I'm done with secrets. And you need to decide who you are, because I am done being second." Olivia's smile faltered. You don't understand.